I think this year there's so many riders on the start line, and especially in the women's field, it's so strong. Everybody is so strong, so I think it's gonna be really interesting. So I really hope that a lot of people will tune in and watch it,
Mm.
because I think it's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait.
Today it's someone I've interviewed before, and you know, if I had my way, I'd interview her every day because she's just such good energy, a great person, and as I say in the interview, she's someone that I associate with having like a huge heart and being a massive warrior in terms of fighting for every place that she can, in what is a very difficult discipline to excel at because of such fine margins and how one bit of luck, one bit of timing, even in qualifying, can set a chain of events in motion that makes everything work or not work, as the case may be. So yeah, it's someone I'm super thrilled to give a platform to. It's Hannah Beck, of course. Enjoy. So, hi Hannah, how's your season been so far?
Hello. Yeah, very long. I think it's the longest season I ever had, but I'm quite satisfied with it. I
Yeah.
think I learned a lot this year, and yeah, I gained a lot of experience. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied with it.
Oh, awesome. And yeah, this one we definitely have talked about before. Like, how did you find Eliminator as a sport? Like, it's so niche, it's so kind of random in a way. Um, so yeah, how did you get into it?
Yeah, so I got into the sport through my team, through my team manager. She asked me if I just wanted to try out something new, and
Hmm.
I agreed because I think yeah, it suits me very well. It's just the things combined that I like. So that's kind of how I got into the sport one 1 year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and what a time that's been like going from racing like you did Palang Karaya last year, but didn't qualify through the time trials. A
Yeah.
lot of the a lot of the Asian women were very strong in the time trials. I was like, wow, that's I guess maybe ignorant of me. But I was like, wow, like they did really well and like qualified for big finals and all sorts is kind of wild to see. And obviously, you do make an appearance on the coverage all the same. The eagle-eyed amongst people will see that on last year's coverage. Hopefully, they get a better look of you this year in the
Yeah.
coverage, with you actually racing. But like, what skills do you think are important for eliminator riders? And like, what skills are you trying to develop?
So I think you need several different skills. For sure, you need the power, you need the legs, but I think eliminator racing, it's a lot about your mental strength as well.
Mm,
You need to know the tactics, you need to be able to play and be cool and relaxed, and yeah, you need to make the right moves at the right time. So you really need to put a lot of thought into the race, and I think yeah, your mental strength is really important, and for sure your technical skills are also needed. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Because we're going to go on to it shortly anyway. But like that course, if it's the same course, those two wall rides are going to be like you have to. Well, we saw crashes there last year.
Yeah.
There were people going shoulder to shoulder through them, and like if you're not leading into it and unchallenged, then it can be very fraught with danger. Um, is that something you ever think about when you're racing? Do you go, oh, this could be dangerous, or do you have to kind of, I guess, like compartmentalize racing and just go, no, this is a thing that I'm doing. Ignore
Yeah.
the fear, ignore the risk, just get it done, and
Yeah.
and worry about it afterwards.
So in the eliminator, we try to be as fast as possible. So if you think too much about it, and if you think about risk, you will be slower because you will use the brakes a bit more and you will take it a bit more slow. So I try to not think about it. Of course, at some point, when you do the track check, you have to look at what's possible and what you can do, and you need to test your limits. But during the race, yeah, it's important to leave that part out and just focus on being as fast as possible. Because if you overthink it too much during the race, it won't help you. So yeah, just full concentration and trying to be as fast as possible.
Yeah, and what are your ambitions for the Worlds? Do you have any goals that you're setting yourself, or is it just turn up, see what happens?
Yeah, so I didn't quite have the perfect preparation I wished for. So I came back home from Europeans and I just got sick. And also the preparation for the Europeans was quite challenging for me because I moved out from my home and I moved to a new city for university. So it's a lot that has been going on the past few weeks. So yeah, I will see how it goes and how my shape is and how I can yeah keep up. But for sure, I think we saw it at the Europeans that the sometimes your mental strength is the more important part. I did a really good race. I would even say it was my best race. So I think it was a proof that even if your preparation might not be the best, sometimes you can still perform very good. Yeah. So my ambitions. Yeah, I try to do my best. I try to show for one more time this year what I can do. I want to show what I learned so far. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really tough race. We have a lot of strong people on the start line. So, and it's eliminator, you can't really predict it. You never know what happens. So it's
Hmm.
difficult to predict a result and stay in exact numbers. So my goal is just to go all out and I want to be happy with myself afterwards and I want to know that I did everything I could. So that's the goal.
Yeah, yeah, and I think speaking honestly, I think sometimes you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Like that race at Euros, you were so close to qualifying for the spot for the finals that I was like, oh, just a little mistake here or there from either of the other two, and you would have been through. And that's the fine margins that you work with him in Eliminator. And as we've seen in other races, like if one person qualified or like one person in the time trial went a second quicker, then
Yeah.
that changes the seedings completely and who they're racing against. And that's
Yeah.
kind of as wild in a way that it can have such an effect. And you can't even predict what the effect will be until it
Yeah.
happens. It's kind of,
True.
um, but yeah, final question, and it's stumped everyone so far. So you might need a minute or two to think. But what's the one fact about you that you wish other people knew about you?
Hmm. Okay, so it's a really good question. I think I want people to know my story. I want people to know where I come from, and I want to share my journey from starting Eliminator to, yeah, continuing to do so. And I want to show the people, yeah, my journey, how I grow, and the experience I collect. And yeah, I want to be as open as possible. I want to show the people the reality and how it's like, and I want to show my feelings. So yeah, I kind of want to show everybody how it works and yeah, what I did so far and what my goals are. So that's kind of the things I want to people to know about me.
Yeah, definitely, and hopefully they will. As I say, hopefully that they'll see an amazing rider with a ton of heart when she
Yeah.
races. Certainly, that's the impression I get from you. Um, we will find out on Sunday.
Yes.
And yeah, I wish you a safe travel, and yeah, all the best of luck, and everything like that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.